Right. Right, we don't have anybody else in the waiting room, so should we get started? So to introduce our guests today, we have, just going in alphabetical order, we've got Coombe Abbey, and Laura is going to present. We've got Craft Dining Room, who are rather busy, unfortunately, at the moment, so have had to delegate the presentation to Dan. So he will be doing that. We've got Faye, who is joining us from Ghetto Golf. And then we've got Millennium Point with Rebecca there. Sorry, I was trying to find you on the screen. And then finally, we've got Rosie, who is joining us from Miss Macaroon. So Laura, if you would like to start, then I think you should be allowed to share your screen. I definitely set it up that way. So.
Okay, brilliant. Hello, everybody. So I'm Laura from Coombe Abbey Hotel. Yeah, as they've sort of touched upon, Christmas is normally a huge focus for us here at the hotel. Christmas is obviously going to be looking a little bit different this year. We're just in final stages of having a video put together, which I'll send over to Dan afterwards so he can share that out with everybody so you can visually see what Christmas will look like. But I've done a little presentation in the meantime just to sort of give you an idea of what we're offering. So just bear with me.
Well, that's
Can you see that okay?
Can.
Perfect.
Brilliant. So if anybody doesn't know Coombe Abbey Hotel, this is the hotel here. So we're about a 40-minute drive from Birmingham city centre, just on the outskirts of Coventry. Very sort of accessible via car and things like that. The house you can see there in the background and the parkland, and obviously this is a picture we've managed to capture with snow, and the background you can see virtually behind me is on a summer's day. So if you haven't been to Coombe, we'd love to see you, but as you can see, it's particularly gorgeous at Christmas time. So we are offering afternoon tea with carols this year. So we do this every year. It's just slightly different in the sense of social distancing numbers and things like that. So it's sort of tables of 6, socially distanced. It will be in our marquee. So our marquee at normal times, maximum capacity is sort of 500 people. For afternoon tea with carols, we'll be going up to about 140 socially distanced. So a massive difference. But again, everything in terms of Christmas will be prepaid in advance. You'd be served your refreshments and your food. So very sort of safe. And again, the singers would be located far away from you in the marquee, but I think, you know, just something to look forward to and really get into the spirit. So it's children are also welcome, so you've got the prices that are on there as well. So we are really well known at Coombe Abbey for afternoon tea. We've been sort of voted by the Telegraph as like the top 30 places to go for afternoon tea. So we do this throughout December. We do a festive afternoon tea in our garden room restaurant. We also have a choice of different afternoon teas. So our Abbott's afternoon tea, which includes sandwiches and a mixture of cakes. And then we have our Knight's afternoon tea, which is a savoury option. So again, if you're accommodating for, say, 6, or do up to 6 people, and you've got a couple of people that don't like afternoon tea, then the savoury option is a good option, and it's served on a little cute bench like that, so it's really nice, and you can have extra sandwiches if you want and things like that. And throughout the day we have 3 different time slots, and there's time put aside where we wipe all the furniture down and things like that. So I think it's like 12:30, 2:30 and 4:30, and we've got a midweek price and an adult price there as well. So we are doing a festive Sunday lunch with Santa as well. So this is a traditional Sunday lunch opportunity for children to meet Santa and have a gift. And you might be thinking, what does that look like? It's obviously going to be a socially distanced meeting of Santa. But at the same time, I think anyone who's got little ones, they're still going to want to think about seeing, why aren't they seeing Santa this year? So we are doing that. And obviously we'd have time slots where people would be brought in to see Santa, and it'd be in one of our rooms, and that's $39.50 for an adult, and again $19.75 for children. So we have actually been doing this for a while. It's called We Cook, You Carve. So we're doing this now as well as throughout December. Normally it's a minimum of 10 people, but based on government guidance of the special number of 6, and I think that's the thing to have in mind with everything that you're booking. So Una said, you know, there's a team of 10. What we would suggest is you'd have a table of a 6 and a 4. We can't necessarily guarantee they'd be next to each other because of the table restaurant configuration, but if we're able to, we will do so. But obviously people couldn't cross between tables, but it's the closest you'd get to being in the same environment. So that's what I would suggest. But the we cook, you carve, we're doing it for 6 people, and you can have it in a private dining room, and it's literally like having your own sort of Sunday roast, starters, main, dessert, and you carve the roast yourself. And again, if you're like myself, I live in Solihull and in a local lockdown. In order to see my friends and family, I can't go around to the house, but I could come and have a meal at Coombe Abbey. So, you know, up to 6 of us could come privately and enjoy that. We're also doing private lunches and dinners. So again, if government advice changes, then this would change. But at the moment, it's all around the number of 6. So that the prices that you can see there for lunch and for dinner include canapes, sparkling wine, 3-course meal, coffee and mince pies. And for anyone who hasn't been to the hotel, we have got 12 different private rooms, right through from a really small sort of library right through to our big marquee. So if there is only 6 people in a room, you're not going to be lost. You know, it will feel extra special. There's the chapel room. They've all got gorgeous views overlooking the grounds, and I think that's another thing. It puts people's mind a little bit at ease, being surrounded by greenery. And then the big exciting thing for us, so the main thing we're not doing this year is Christmas parties, obviously, but we have got Illuminate Light Trail. So this is an outdoor event. The parkland that we've got here is over 500 acres, and we think that this will definitely go ahead being outdoor. It's got completely staggered times. Adults and children can come. We're going to have some German sort of wooden huts selling some food and drink, but also people could potentially have an afternoon tea and then come to the light trail. It's 60 to 90 minutes of lights throughout the park, and it isn't the same as Blenheim Palace, but if anybody does know that, it is that sort of, it is a light trail, but it is much more affordable. So I think peak prices are £16 for adults, so it's literally like a third of the price. So I'll just play this little video just to give you a little idea of what that looks like. Okay, so that was just literally a little teaser there. There's all my details on there. I actually joined Coombe Abbey a month before lockdown, so a bit of a crazy time to join. But if I can help you with anything, please let me know. Hopefully that's given you a rough idea of everything that we're doing at Christmas, and just giving you a general idea of what we have. So going forwards for anything, whether it's for meetings or anything like that, then please let me know. Brilliant. That's it from me.
Thank you, Laura.
So much. Thank you so much, lovely. I love Coombe Abbey. It's absolutely great. And I will be coming to visit you for afternoon tea at Christmas, lovely, definitely.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us today. So I've, unfortunately, Emma, who was going to be here from Craft, she can't be with us today. They're launching a brand new restaurant tomorrow, and it's gone absolutely crazy. So Craft are one of PA Forum's partners. So I've been loads of times. She sent me her presentation, so I thought I would just share it with you today. Am I all right to share my screen, Una?
You should be, yeah.
Fantastic. So bear with me 1 second. Okay, so hopefully you can all see that.
Yep.
Perfect. So for those of you who might not have been to Craft, it's one of Birmingham's newest restaurants. It opened at the very kind of end of last year, beginning of this year. Craft is all about celebrating British food. So it's everything, even the wines are all British. The drinks, a lot of British drinks on there, gins, for example, and also all the food is locally sourced. Craft Dining Rooms is a new type of concept that's brought to the city. It's located on Brindley Place, on the Brindley Place Canal. And for meetings, if you've got meetings or events normally at the ICC, it's very close to that as well. Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to flick between slides. There we go. So you'll see as you approach Craft, they've got 5 dining pods on the outside. These are really, really popular. Especially at the moment, because it's almost like a bubble, your bubble within a bubble. So you can have up to 6 people in each dining pod. Each dining pod comes with its own Alexa. It comes heated. You can close the door and keep warm. You can enjoy up to a 4-course meal in each of the pods. Each pod you can hire for 2 hours, and it's a minimum spend of £120 for 4 people. Now that can either be on food and drink or just drink. And between 4 people, it works out around about £30 a head. Also, it's got a large garden area outside. Most of it is covered. So if you've got, for example, networking events, or if you want to meet somewhere for Christmas drinks, it's a really nice atmosphere to meet outside, although it is undercover. When you come into Craft, you've got this really nice bar area there. So again, one of the lovely things with Craft is they will give you the whole restaurant for exclusive use for 30 people. So if you do want to book 30 people for a business event or for dinner on tables of 6, then you can do that. And they are happy to look at exclusive use prices, which means you get all of this bar area and the outside and also the inside for you. Then you've also got the main restaurant, which is here. So this is the area that you would be able to hire for exclusive use, or you can book on tables of 6. And they also have a private dining room as well. This table, this huge wooden table, again, can seat up to 6 people. All of the pods are currently booked for every Friday and Saturday between now and the end of the year in the evenings, but they do have lunch times available on Fridays and Saturdays. And if you wanted to book midweek, they're open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so you could book on any of those days as well. The menu and the menu prices are here. The menu for Christmas is not really going to change that much, except to become more seasonal. Craft, although they love to celebrate Christmas, they don't like to do the traditional turkey, etc., because sometimes you can get that a lot. So they like to stick to more traditional meals, but more seasonal around the autumn and winter periods. What they do is the Craft Garden Picnic, which is really popular because with afternoon tea, for example, we tend to find the demographic can sometimes be quite female orientated, but the Craft Garden Picnic can appeal to groups of men as well, with its fish finger sandwiches, the Craft Donuts, for example, which is a savoury donut, but is really nice. And they also do a full afternoon tea menu. One of the things that they have just launched, which is the restaurant I was talking to you about, is 8. That's a separate restaurant to Craft, but part of the same building. And this is what it looks inside. Now, 8 is all around dining it was originally all around dining for 8 people at 8 o'clock at £88 for an 8-course meal. But they've had to change that slightly. So this restaurant, you'll have 2 chefs cooking for you in the middle. It's show cooking. Each course is served to everybody at exactly the same time, and it can actually seat 2 groups of 8. So but at the moment it's 2 groups of 6, and they would be on opposite sides of the bar. So if you do want any information about 8 and what they can do, then please send me an email and I'll put you in touch with Emma from Craft and she'll be able to help you. Thank you very much.
Right. Next up, we have Faye, who is joining us from Ghetto Golf.
Hey everyone, I hope you're all well. How's everyone finding at the moment? It's just a bit crazy, isn't it? I'm based in Liverpool, so this lockdown has gone a little bit mad for us. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about Ghetto Golf and what we have on offer and our Christmas kind of winter going into the festive season and into 2021 as well. what we've got going on. So I just wanted to explain a little bit about ourselves because I don't know how many people have been. So basically we're based in Digbeth, in the Custard Factory, and we are a twisted 18-hole crazy golf course in the Digbeth area. So what we do have is like an exceptional cocktail bar. We have top local DJs. All of your artwork, graffiti artwork in site is made by local artists. And it doesn't stop there. We also own Birdie's Bar, which is a tropical themed bar in Digbeth as well. And so that you go from this crazy UV graffiti-based crazy golf venue into this Miami-themed bar with loads of palm trees and summer-based cocktails. So it is a little bit of, it offers everything for everyone, really. So I'm going to go into why to pick us for this Christmas. So one thing we do have is we do provide a full night of entertainment. So your golf takes between 60 and 90 minutes to complete, but you can obviously enjoy drinks before and after your golfing experience, and then you can move over into our Birdie's Bar for a nice night of live music, and we'll have that throughout the whole of Christmas. I don't know if you already know, at the moment we've just incorporated Oktoberfest. That's something that we've just launched this week. So we've got a full German style Oktoberfest with beer swinging, massive stein glasses, and we're going to be following that through into the festive season. So we're going to be keeping that kind of rustic feel within Birdie's. So one thing that we wanted to talk about mostly was our COVID measures. So obviously, as everyone has explained, COVID and the COVID measures that everyone is implementing is moment. So currently we do work again on a group of 6. So it's 6 people from 6 separate households that are allowed as one booking. And we can make multiple bookings of 6. As Laura explained before, that's the way that you can get people in the same place at the same time, but you must remain socially distanced throughout your time with us. So we do temperature checks upon arrival. PPE is worn by staff at all times, and we do recommend, obviously, through the government guidance, that you do wear face masks unless you are exempt. Hand sanitizer stations are based in every single golf hole, and also when you walk out, by all the toilets, by all the booths. We've literally, I feel like we're just covered in hand sanitizer as everyone else is. And also we have just recently launched an app which allows you to order your drinks at your golf hole, and people will bring them to the golf hole and serve them. So you can literally eliminate any interhuman contact if you would like, and just order everything over the app. You can order food, you can order drinks, and obviously the socially distanced booths and everything is compliant with COVID. So just going to talk about our packages and what we have on offer this Christmas. So we obviously have standard golf, which is available on peak and off-peak times throughout the whole of Christmas. We just always offer standard golf because we think that not everybody wants to buy packages. Sometimes you just want to go and play and buy your drinks and just not feel like you've got any pressure to buy vouchers and stuff like that. So we always offer standard golf, and that's from £10 per person. And then our Christmas packages are a little bit more expensive. These include drinks, these include food, but they start from £17 and they go up to around £36. That's our peak pricing. And our highest one is like 2 drinks per person, a shot in the shop bar, 2 items of food per person, and a Ghetto Golf Christmas hat. So you do get like a big deal in our packages. Also with Birdies, we do offer meeting spaces as well from £10 per person, and that is midweek. So like Daniel explained before, we do them in pods as well of 6 people. So you can utilise Birdies as a meeting space if you wanted something a little bit different to your traditional spaces. And obviously there's drinks packages available there and tables available to hire in the weekends and midweek. And obviously private hire is available in all venues. But I just wanted to show you a little bit about what we are about if you've never been to Ghetto Golf before. So I just wanted to show you this little video, and this is from our Newcastle venue, but it will give you an idea of what we are about. I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, that's just a little bit about what we are about. So, I just wanted to say thank you very much, Una, for inviting me today. Here are my details. If anybody wants to get in contact with me, obviously I do have LinkedIn as well. And yeah, I look forward to hearing from you soon this Christmas.
Okay. We've just got a quick question, actually. Is it okay for anybody with epilepsy?
So we do recommend that we do have, like, obviously loud music and flashing lights, but we do say if you do have any trouble with epilepsy, you can come in or send someone to come and view the venue prior to arrival and see if it is suitable. We do recommend that we do have flashing lights, and we do have loud music. So yeah, if you can come free of charge and have a look around the venue and see if it is suitable.
Okay, brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you, Faye.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Millennium Point.
Hi, everybody. Hi. We're a bit of a tag team between myself and Becky at the moment. So I've got the presentation, so I'm sure you'll chip in, won't you, if there's anything that I've missed. So 2 seconds, and I will share my screen. Right, can everybody see that?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, so just doing very well, is it? It's all wonderful. When I tested it earlier, it was beautiful. all running perfectly well, and now it's decided it wants to just have a little bit of a go slow. So for those of you that don't know, this is Millennium Point. So we are in the east side of Birmingham city centre, so right opposite where HS2 is going to come into town. So a lot of you, if you're coming in on the train to Birmingham, you'll see us as you pull in to New Street. So just to give you a little bit of an overview, because we're a somewhat different events venue, and just so you guys have all got an understanding of how we work. So Millennium Point Property, who run the building, we generate income in 2 different ways. So we've got the actual building itself, where we rent out space to our tenants. So the ones that you would probably know would be Think Tank Science Museum and then Birmingham City University. So we get rental income from them, and then we have our event spaces. So that is anything in normal times, from a one-on-one interview room up to a 350-seater auditorium and exhibition space for 500 people. The profit that we then generate from those 2 revenue streams then gets invested into the Millennium Point Trust. So they are a charitable trust, and they exist to enable opportunities in STEM, so science, technology, engineering and maths. So we have a number of projects that we get involved in. We offer a scholarship every year where we fund a student's degree. We also have our small grants programme where people can apply for pots of money to help with particular projects that involve STEM. So whenever you have a meeting or an event with us, you're helping to fund that charitable work, which, if you've got strong CSR policies at your organisation, is also a tick in that box as well. So obviously Christmas this year is looking slightly different. So we have in the past always had the traditional Christmas parties, but we also offer an alternative option as well. And this year we've really looked at how we could make that work in line with all the current rules, to be safe and to be socially distanced. So one of the things that you can do at the moment, and you can do that in a really safe manner, is to go to the cinema. And our auditorium used to be an IMAX cinema. So back in the day, some of you may have visited Millennium Point when it was an IMAX. So we have a huge giant screen in our auditorium. So for our Christmas celebrations this year, we are offering a cinematic experience. So how this works, you hire it on an exclusive basis. You have a red carpet arrival, so it's like you're going to a film premiere, bit of glitz, bit of glamour, glass of fizz for everybody on arrival, and then we seat everybody socially distanced on tables of 6. So we've got the capacity to accommodate up to 115 people. The space normally takes 350. So you've got plenty of space, and obviously, as people have touched on before, people need to stay within their tables, but there's plenty of space within that room. You are all together, but you're socially distanced and you're in your groups of 6. We then decorate all the tables for you. We bring bowl foods to your table, and then obviously all your drinks are served at the table as well. So after all of that's happened, normally this would be the time when the DJ or the bands would appear and everybody would get on the dance floor. So obviously we're not able to do that this year. So what you then do is you head up to the auditorium. So as you can see, the screen is quite imposing. It's an absolutely massive screen, and you then get a private film screening. So for Christmas, you can choose which film you want to see. So we've got Elf, Home Alone, Love Actually, or Die Hard. So hopefully we've got the Christmas range of Christmas films there. I am renowned apparently in the office for having quite dodgy taste in films. So I was not allowed to pick what we had, but the seating, then we separate everybody out, so you'll have somebody will be seated and then there'll be a gap, and it'll be like a checkerboard effect. So even in the cinema, you're all socially distanced, you're all safe, and then everybody gets popcorn as well to enjoy while the film is going on. So that's what we are offering for our an alternative corporate Christmas party. So in terms of just, I guess, more sort of reassurance for people, obviously times are very different at the moment. So so you know that there is a full flexible cancellation policy in place. So if for any reason you were to make a booking with us and the rules changed, then you would just be able to cancel. You could either have your money back, or we could move it to, a different date. If you either had to go past Christmas, then we could change the film for you, and you could do it as like a New Year gathering and just let us know what film you'd like, and we'd arrange to get that put on for you. We also have our client protection plan in place. So you can view this on our website, but this is everything that we have put into place to make sure that the venue is as safe as it possibly can be. As you can see from this shot here, the building itself is absolutely huge. We have no shortage of space within the building. But we've got a track and trace in place. We've got the QR codes for the app. All the staff wear PPE, the hand sanitizer, all the food service has been amended to be more COVID compliant. We have also been accredited from the Meetings Industry Association with an AIM Secure accreditation, and also from Quality in Tourism. We've passed their safe, clean and legal assessment. So we have also been verified by external bodies that everything that we've got in place, we're doing as much as we absolutely can to keep people in place, keep people safe. Sorry, Dan, you threw me off course then.
No, sorry, I was just giving you a little 5-minute thing.
Yeah, so that's it. We can also do bespoke options as well if you want to do it, if you've got some ideas of what you'd like to hire the auditorium for, if you want different films, anything like that, we're more than happy to discuss any ideas that you have, so long as it meets the current guidelines. So yeah, all of my contact details are on there, again on LinkedIn as well. So if there is anything that we can help with, then just get in touch, and hopefully we'll be able to welcome you all to Millennium Point in the not too distant future.
Thank you, lovely. Just a quick question. Can you change it round? So can you have the cinema bit first and then the dinner?
Yeah, whichever way you want to do it, it's absolutely fine. The only thing that I would say with the 10 o'clock curfew, so we are allowed, if the film has started before 10, the film can carry on after 10. We can't serve drinks after that point. So that's the only thing. And in terms of timings, we'll be really flexible with you, but that's the only thing to bear in mind. But you could, for example, if you wanted to do like an afternoon film screening, and then have the food afterwards, we can absolutely do that for you.
Just on that point, we could even just not do the food and just do the film screening, so we can carve it up however anyone wants it, because it's probably one of the only venues you can get volume of people in from the same organisation, which is, we're quite lucky, to be honest, that we've got that. So
yeah, so like I said, we're more than happy to. We've put this package together as an idea, but anything, like I said, as long as it falls with guidelines, we're more than happy to discuss a bespoke package with you. It doesn't have to be exactly as that one is laid out, but hopefully it gives you some ideas of the sort of things you can do.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's the maximum number for that?
115,
okay.
And that's guided by the auditorium, so everybody's on individual seats that are then spaced out.
Brilliant, thank you.
No problem.
Fabulous. And last but not least, we've got Rosie joining us from Miss Macaroon in the Great Western Arcade.
Hello, everyone.
Rosie, over to you.
Hi, everyone. Really lovely to meet you, and thank you so much for inviting me today. Really excited to talk you through our Christmas offering. So we are one of the only patisseries in the world that can Pantone match macaroons. But the thing that really makes us unique is that every penny we make in profit is invested in helping young people gain skills that can change their lives. So we've actually got some trainees in today. If you can hear some people in the background, it's their first day, so they're really excited to be here upstairs. So we work with young people with mental health issues. They might have anxiety or depression. They might be ex-offenders or care leavers, or at risk of homelessness, and from BME backgrounds, and they come onto our 10-week programme. We build their skills and confidence and help them to get back into work. And all of our corporate customers really help that to happen. So all of our macaroons are completely gluten-free. We're very, very strict about it. So no gluten-containing ingredients can come into the kitchen. And we do have a halal range and a dairy-free range, and we're developing our vegan macaroons as well, and they'll be available in 3 weeks' time. But the great thing about what we do is we can send across the whole of the UK. So this can be your Christmas treat, or it can actually be a bit of an engagement piece to get people onto Zooms. I think we're kind of getting a little bit like a bit of fatigue on the whole kind of, especially, you know, Teams, Zoom, whatever it might be, but pulling people together. I think we were all really good at it, stayed in touch with people probably about 3 or 4 months ago, but now it's quite difficult to do that socially. So it can help to provide a little treat for everybody to enjoy together. So it is a bit of a challenging time, I know, for lots of teams, but you know, we still need to kind of motivate and support people, and this is just a great way to kind of keep in touch. So we've got lots of different gift box selections. We've got our classic collection, which is this one: chocolate, strawberry, Sicilian pistachio, fresh lemon, salted caramel, fresh raspberry, and tonka bean, which is kind of like a new vanilla flavour. Lots of Michelin-starred restaurants using it instead of vanilla. And then we've got our seasonal selection. We'll have a range of gorgeous Christmas flavours as well, and we can make bespoke flavours that match your corporate colours. And then for more of the kind of things, if you are all kind of, you know, if got change and unfortunately we're not allowed to meet, and you decide to do something where you meet virtually, then this is a great way to kind of keep people engaged. And you can send out some of these hampers. We've got our alcohol-free selection, where you get some really lovely cold-pressed juices that reduce food waste, and some gorgeous teas and coffees. And then we've got this amazing English sparkling wine. It's the only vineyard in London, and they provide these for people with mental health issues to go on viticulture courses, and they make gorgeous wine. So we can send these out with a gift box of 7 or 21 macaroons. And then we've got a brilliant gin hamper, where you can have one gin, and they reinvest 20% of their profits in creating clean water projects, and we use to those gin flavor way for people together, do a gin taste. So amazing mini bottle of apple gin, gin and stage. Also, we've got some macaroons that can match and do a guided tasting as well. And sorry, in a similar kind of way that we've got the gin tasting, we've got some incredible beers, like from Toast. They make their beers from waste bread, so the bread ends that sandwich companies don't use. They use that to kind of create their gorgeous lagers and pale ales. We've got Brewgooder, we've got Tap Social, who provide employment opportunities for ex-offenders, and we can work with them to create a guided beer tasting as well. And we've sent our macaroons out in flavours that match, and we've had some fantastic feedback from those too. And then if you're looking for more of a branded gift, then we can print your logo onto our macaroons as well. As I said, we can match the colours to your brand colours as well as logo printing. But the great thing is it's just super, super simple to send this out to all of your partners and colleagues, and make sure that everybody's getting a similar kind of experience. So we send everything out on a next day courier service with FedEx, and they are doing socially distanced deliveries. So they'll ring the door and leave the parcel with you, and they'll actually sign for it, so you don't have to use their pen or anything, or their handheld device. So it's a great way to make sure that all of your team are getting something that's really kind of bespoke to your company, and across the UK. So it's super simple to do. We just send you over a very simple spreadsheet. You pop in their name, address, and a contact number. So ideally it's their mobile number, but we can pop your mobile number in as well, just in case the courier isn't able to deliver first time, or yeah, they can just give them a call and organise redelivery. And yeah, we just do a simple kind of single invoice payment, and we can turn that around in a few days as well. So we recently sent out 201 gift hampers, including the social enterprise products across the UK. That was only with 5 days' notice. You know, if guidance changes, then you can get in touch with us, and we can do something quite quickly. And here are my details. So please do get in touch, even if it's just for our flavour list or some more information on how you can get involved in supporting our Macaroons That Make a Difference course trainees to get into work. We're working on the Kickstart programme, supporting them to actually get into paid placements as well. So if you want to join our vast network of amazing mentors who work in lots of big corporates across the city, then please do let us know. We're running training programmes throughout the coming months.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Anybody got any further questions?
Yeah, I think we've had some great different styles of different offerings for Christmas today. So I think the world's our oyster, really. We'll get to do something at Christmas as well. And I think it's really important. People are thinking about gifting for their clients right now, or gifting for their colleagues or friends and family, and experiences that we can do and enjoy safely on the lead up to Christmas. So thank you ever so much to all of our partners today for joining us. We're really grateful. Who are we welcoming next, Una?
Very exciting next week. So we've got our next one is next Thursday. In fact, I will pop the link into book in the chat if anybody hasn't already booked. We've got Marco Pierre White at the Cube joining us. We've got Hogarths. We've got Escape Live, who are doing some really cool virtual escape rooms. We've got Selfridges, who are joining us to showcase their lovely gifting options. And very exciting, we've got the Grand Hotel, which isn't open yet, obviously, but it's the big, massive hotel on Colmore Row, which I personally am very excited about. So if you haven't joined already, do book a ticket for next week. And yeah, we'll hope to see you then.
Thank you all so much for coming today. We'll send an email around, and if you need anything, just drop us a line and we can put you in touch with everybody as well. So thank you so much.
Yeah, so let me just put my email address in there. That's my email address if anybody wants to. Dan, do you want to pop yours in?
Yeah, I'll just pop mine in now. Yeah, brilliant. That's great, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic afternoon.
And you've still got 10 minutes left to your lunch hour as well. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thanks very much.